Hey everybody, my name is Chris and I'm the founder of Luki Bike Adventures. I'm here working on a specialized hot rack. I've got it taken pretty far apart. I've thoroughly cleaned. I mean, this thing is like spotless now. And now I'm going to start actually working on it. So this bike we actually got out of a dumpster, and it's one of the first bikes that we found, bought, acquired, whatever. And there really isn't much wrong with it. It only needs about $22 worth of parts, which I have here. And I think it may need tires in addition. I'm going to have to, once I pump them up and take a better look at them, I'm not real sure. I feel like, so we've had this one for a couple months. I feel like there was some sort of issue, like it wasn't holding air or there was something going on. But if it turns out it needs tires, then that's a pretty easy enough thing that we can add on later. But for right now, the major repairs that it needs, that we're doing, is basically, the one repair is that the derailleur, I don't know if you can see it down here, is quite crooked or bent. I'll give you a better view of it when I actually go to work on it. That'll likely be in a separate video. I want to keep these videos around like 10-12 minutes or so, shorter if I can. So we're going to straighten out the derailleur. The chain is good, so we're going to keep that. Just going to oil it up. The wheel is, it could use a little bit of truing. It's pretty good, but it could use a little tightening up there, so I'll probably do that as well. The brake pads seem to be fine. The brakes themselves seem to be pretty springy, so I think those are all going to be good. There's minimal play in the bottom bracket, so I will adjust that. I doubt it will need to be replaced because it is so minimal. It's just a little tiny bit, so I probably just need to tweak that a little bit. I took apart the headset because there was some, it felt a little bit rough in here as I was turning it, so I wanted to make sure there was no real damage or anything here. And it's fine. Everything's perfectly fine. So it just needed to be adjusted. And that's pretty much it as far as repairs go. In addition, we're going to put some new hand grips on. So I got these. And all of the bigger bikes, 24 inches or bigger, I am upgrading to these thumb style shifters. They're just micro shifts, so nothing fancy, but I feel like it's an improvement over the grip shifters because, like, this is more like big kid shifting. And so, you know, the big goal of this is to teach kids how to fix bikes, how to ride bikes, also really to get them outside and exercising and experiencing nature. But we want them to be like skilled cyclists as well. And so if it's get to the 24-inch size or bigger, I feel like that's a point where you can start working on when to shift, how to shift, and the thumb shifters and the trigger shifters that's like the grown-up stuff. And it's going to be a bit more accurate, a bit more intuitive once they get the hang of it. So I want to upgrade them all as I can to that where I can. So far all I've done is clean this bad boy and remove a couple of decals that were peeling off. And I realize, I see there, I missed one here that's just kind of like falling off. So maybe oh, that's coming off pretty easy, it looks like. Oh, and you know what I forgot? And we're also going to put a water bottle and bottle cage on there. So let's just get this decal off if I can. And yeah, that's coming off. You can use a heat gun. This is peeling off pretty easy without it. And as soon as I said that, of course, it stopped peeling off easy. So, all right, let's grab the heat gun. And you do want to be careful with your heat gun because if you're not, that right there, that I accidentally touched myself with it. And it had been off. It had been off for, all right, so this one's not hot anymore. But it had been off for a little while, and I just bumped up against it. And whew. So you basically just want to heat it up heat up the decal or the sticker just enough to soften the adhesive. You just kind of want to heat it evenly. Like you're not trying to cook it or melt it necessarily. You just want to soften the glue that's holding it on there. So give it a few seconds all around, and then try to peel it off, and it should come off a lot easier now. And there typically is some residue left. That's probably good to get that off. And so with the leftover residue, I find, just set that down, that just some steel wool works really great. This is super fine 0000. I find that it does not damage the surface of the paint, the finish, but it does get off like adhesive stuff or like mars and scratches, and just spray a little bit of oil. I probably should have gotten a clean one. This one's quite filthy. Put a little bit of oil on it, and that adhesive and whatever it is that you're trying to get off just comes right off with minimal effort. Just that little bit of extra gunk. And yeah, I definitely should have used the clean one, because now I've got black on here now. But at least the adhesive sticky's gone, right? Let me clean that off now. And we're back to a nice, clean bike. Oh, actually, I missed a spot. Grab it clean. There you go. Some clean steel wool. And get the rest of that off of there. Alright, that's pretty good. I don't want to spend the whole video doing this, although it looks like I just might. I just might. Wasn't my intention. Was not the plan. Sometimes it'd be like that. There we go. Alright, so let's get on to what I actually wanted to do in this video. It was not that. To be clear. Alright. So now, what I want to do is I just want to put the fork back on, is what my plan was. So we've got a couple of parts here. Got the handlebars. And there's a few different styles of handlebars. And this one, what do they call it? Threadless, I guess. That's what they call it. And this is what you usually see on usually newer bikes, adult bikes. A lot of kids' bikes have the other style, but this one has this kind. And so what we're going to do, man, I need a work surface over here is what I need to be able to set things down. It's a little bit chaotic. And so we've got some spacers. We've got some caged bearings. They're just in a ring. They're ball bearings, but they're just in a cage that's kind of holding them to this shape and orientation. You've got, what do you call that? The cone, I think. And so that's where the bearings, they just kind of ride on there. And so they kind of go together like that and spin. And that's why it's important for this to be nice and smooth. You don't want any damage, because if there's damage, it'll damage your bearings. And this is where the handlebars spin. It sits on that, all the weight and everything sits on there. And you want that to move freely so that you can turn your handlebars easily. And the bottom bracket often works the same way, and the hubs in the wheel also work the same way. So it's kind of the same concept all over the bike. And then these are just, I don't know what you call these, but they're just kind of tidy it up, you know. All right. And you know what? I'm looking at the time. That's 11 minutes already. So that's a preview of what the next video will be. This video, how to remove a decal, how to remove a sticker from a bike. You know, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. And next video will be how to put this together. So this bike and many other bikes are on our website. Check us out on Facebook. You can see what we're doing, why we're doing it. If you're new here, then yeah, there's a bunch of fun stuff. So follow us, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.